So now you stitch from there, I have to bring it closer. So stitch all through to this very point. You have to slant your thread in there. So stitch at this edge. I know why I'm bringing the phone very close. Then give it kind of a curvy stitch all through to this point. Then notch it here. Then cut off the excesses. And then cut it out as well from the curve. Then bend your hand to go in this way. And after which you tuck it in. So this is what you will have at that point. So this is one of the parts you need to finish properly. So this is what you have at this point. Then the lining comes out in this form. So now you leave it there. Then let's lock the band, the back waist. So you must make sure that the both lines are corresponding. Please carefully make sure it's corresponding. Make sure it's rhyming. You have to peep it, make sure it's rhyming, and then you start locking the band from this edge, cross check it again. So you start locking the band from here. You make sure you have exact position where your waist point is. So you lock the band all through. Then please, when locking the band, you have to reduce your hand in that same curvy way in order to not to encroach on the hip. So stitch, but don't end stitch the end. Leave like 1.5 inch out. I will show you how to lock the crouch from there. Then double thread it. This double threading will help you to reinforce the back hip line so that it doesn't tear off easily. So double thread it so as close as possible, all through to this very point. And then make sure that when locking the waistline, your hands must be as straight as possible. Your hand must be straight as possible. So once you're done with that, this is what you have. Then at this point, you can now trim up the excesses, or you can decide to leave it at the inside of the waist. So you cross check what you have done, see how all the lines are corresponding and they are tallying. So after this now, this is what you have. Fold it this way, fold the angular form this way. This folding is to help you have a nice finishing there. Then make sure the line of the waistline is corresponding with the line of the band. Then just tack it at the midpoint from there, or can start from the back panel to start locking the trouser. So start from there, lock a bit part of the band across. This locking helps you to hold down the back waist properly before you proceed, right? You can see the pin to pin it, and then later on you go through with straight sewing from one end to the other end. So these videos will be on episode. I will try to make it 2 episodes, 1 episode and 2 second episode, so that you not find it so bulky to watch a long video. Time to fix your hook. So you fix the hook at the point where the Z point ended, then push it in, then place the inner locking part, and then use your scissors and carefully bend the legs. Please don't wound yourself when doing this, because this might be somehow painful if you injure yourself. So once you are done fixing the hook in this form, this is what you will have. This is what you will have in this form. And then the next thing to do here is to also fix the other one, the eye of the hook. Then make sure it's at the point where the zip point is, and it must be straight enough. Then push it in, pin it, and then place this other one inside, and then bend the hook leg, bend it inside. You don't fold outside, bend inside, bend it properly so that it flattens very well. So once you're done with that, this is what you have. So the next to do now is to lock our band and then lock the leg of your trouser. So I hope with this video now you'll be able to do all of the locking processes, the sewing processes. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment on my video, and tell me how impactful this video is. So in locking the band, you must stitch at that little hole or gap that joins the band from. So you lock all through this way again. Now this stitching now is enabling you to lock the band at the inside. So once you are cool with this, what you will see. So you lock all through. See how neat our trouser is. So lock all through, lock all through, lock all through this way. So this is what you have. Then start from here to top stitch this, and then you can now trim off, stitch all through to the end. The threads. So this is what you have. So you're carefully stretching the band and also lock it accordingly. So you're carefully stretching the band this way. You also lock. The threading must be buried inside the hole where the band was joined from. The thread is not visible. You are not top stitching. Look at where the thread is entering, right? So you must place that thread in that way. So place the threading inside. When you get to the loop, you jump it and then stitch, continue stitching. So this is what you do all through to the end at the center back, and you are done with this. So after this now, you now go to the locking of the leg, the inner leg, the lap, the knee, the ankle, and of course the hemming, which I also show you. Look at how the thread is entering inside. So gently and carefully do this as we progress. So alright, so now the next thing to do here is to, after locking the band, so you have to stitch the zip curve. So this is 1.5 inches or 1.3, depending on how you want to do it. Then make sure your hand is straight enough. Then you have to handle here carefully. Stitch and curve. Make sure you remove the underneath plackets or plackets. Curve all through to this very point. So this is what you have. So after this, the next thing to do now will be to lock our laps, the knee, ankle, and then the trouser length, and then locking up the inner flap. So you zip it up through to this very point. Then hold it this way, and stitch here to make the flap, the both flaps to be together. Cut your threads. Then after this is what you are having. Right? Look at how beautiful our trouser is. So cut your threads very well. Once your threads have been cut, your neatness will come out gradually. Now, let us join the two legs together. So you see from that openings we have, that is where our joining will start from. So you hold it there. Make sure you mark your ankle, your knee, and your lap accordingly. Then join the straight line, that's the curvy line. So our ankle is 14. Our ankle is 14. So you mark it to be 7 inches. Ankle 14. 7. Look at where the start from, not in the middle, right? From the end of the 7. So you start from here. Then you have to stitch all through. In your own case, you can stay on the table and drop chalks on those points so that you join it with ease. So stitch all through. Then stitch all through. When you get somewhere to the knee, you also cross check your knee measurement and apply. So this is what we have. This is what we have. When you also get to the lap, you also apply the lap measurements. So you lock it all through. If you had followed my pattern of cutting and gummy and everything, this is also how you will lock your trouser without much problems. So lock it to the very end that way, and after which this is what we have. You also cut your threads this way, the threads, then still hold the ankle side. Hold the ankle side. You also hold this one this way, and then you start marking as well. So do the same thing we did on the first leg on our second leg. So this is 7 inches, that's 14. You mark and lock accordingly as well. Alright, so now to lock this zip cover here, all you need to do is to trim off certain level of excesses. So once you trim it out, you fold this way. Now if you fold and notice that the trim is not enough, you reduce it a bit again, and then use it and cover the crouch area that connects the back to the front. Then from there you stitch it. Just make sure you stitch a little bit there, stitch so that it holds the crouch together, and make sure that this crouch will not spill over. It will not be too short to drag the back hip to come in front. So that material should be a bit longer or have a little bit excesses, the lining, right, to enable your customer wear it comfortably without any discomfort. So this is how to lock it. Then that's all you need to do there. The next is to iron it out. So now when you're done with that, then the next step is to go and iron, open press, and then continue your right. So now the next thing to do is to open press the inner leg, open press it all through this way, and then you iron. Make sure you do this on both legs. You iron, then after which the next thing you see now will be on how to hem and iron the trouser properly. You must iron, compress to the necessary point. The compressing must reach to this crouch area. Then you also compress the back area. You compress the back area as well. This helps to make the trouser to relax, give you a better finishing, a better appearance on the outside. Iron also very fun. Then the next to do as well, you bring out the panels and iron out the trouser. So now you bring the trouser together and make sure that the both lines are corresponding. the two lines must correspond. That's these two lines when you're ironing. This line and this line must tally this way, right? The iron. This is where you have to make the trouser to lap, and you must make sure you place a fabric of that same color you're sewing on top. This will help to make the ironing not to shine. So you iron all along, you iron all through this way, you iron all through this way, right? Just make sure you iron all through this way. So once you are done with this, so you iron the panels, iron out all through this way. So carefully do this, and iron out through this way. Make sure that the inner legs are properly ironed. So this is how you iron every panel. Iron out. Make sure you iron all through the key area, right? No area should be left untouched. You must iron everything ironable. Iron up everything ironable. So now you also place the fabric on top, you iron. So this ironing is very important. So that's why it's coming as a different video for you guys to see and understand how you can iron perfectly, right? So you must make sure you place fabric on top. So this is one of the tricks of achieving a good ironing. Or if you have what they call the Teflon cover, you can put it on the surface of the iron. By using that Teflon cover, you don't need to place fabric anymore. The Teflon cover will protect the iron surface from direct contact with the fabric. That's so the shining effect will no longer be visible or applicable, right? Then you iron properly as shown. So once you're ironing, you have to clean it very well. So you arrange the panels. You have to be arranging it carefully. Make sure the legs are corresponding. Arrange them nicely and iron. So this is how, or this is what you must do to achieve a neat and perfect finish. So after this now, the next to do now will be the folding or the hemming of your trouser. Because you have to iron first before you hem or you fold. So this is how it is, right? So I'll iron all through all around, iron every panel by placing fabric on top. Look at how relaxed it is already appearing. So we go gently and iron everything to align. 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 So we iron all through. You see how it's relaxing. So after this, you also turn over the other way around and also iron this side as well. So after that, I will now show you guys how to hem. Right, so now in hemming, you must have determined the measurements of your folding, so which is 2.5. If you had followed my way of cutting, drafting, so 2.5 is what you should have after you have sewn your trouser. Then you place a fabric on top this way. You iron properly this way. Make sure you place fabric. This will help you to safeguard the surface of your fabric so that it doesn't shine. And then once you iron, you tuck it in. You tuck it in from that iron line. Tuck it in this way. And then you try to place fabric again to re-iron it down. Make sure you drop water. And then you iron properly as well. So once you iron this one, this very point, you also cool it. Then you bring your hemming gum and you roll it all around. You can still do the folding of the 6-second one before you bring hemming gum. 2.5 is always what you should have. Now the reason for this is because in case your customer wants to increase the length of your trouser, so he will have enough allowance to bring it out. This is mostly done for people that are living abroad or people that are yet growing, or better still, you can adopt it as your standard so that it can suit all persons at any case or in the product. So now, in continuation, you hold it very well. Then after which you bring your hemming gum, and I will show you how to fix your hemming gum inside the leg. So you must make sure you fling it out from the inside. This is the easiest way you can place your hemming gum and it will come out nicely. So now this is what we have. So you bring your hemming gum or your magic gum, whichever one you call it. Then start from here, tuck it in, then roll it. Roll the trouser leg. Roll the trouser leg like 3 or 4 times so that it goes like 3 or 4 layers. Roll the trouser leg. As you're rolling it, you see that the trouser leg will be coiling somewhere here, right? So roll it this way. It will be coiling somewhere at the lap. So once you roll it like 3 or 4 times or more than that, then you are good to go. You can now iron. So this is the simplest way to put your hemming gum. Then drop water on it. This water will help to dissolve it faster and more efficient. You gum all through. You gum all through. You also open up the trouser leg this way. You gum. So once your locking is correct, you won't see any folding or rumples or whatsoever. So that's the essence of having a straight hand when locking your trouser. So you drop water on it and then you iron nicely. So this is what you do on the other leg as well. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in my other video on vintage sewing. Bye bye for now.